Okay, so this is going to be a proper video about what I'm going to do, because as much as I hate to do this, and I really hate to do this, um I am discontinuing Sakura Succubus, the entire series. It is going to be discontinued. I'm sorry, but there's going to be a couple reasons, and I'll explain it in this video. But let's start from the beginning and talk about um, some of the reasons why I was basically playing. For those of you who are new to the channel, I played a series called Sakura Succubus. It was a visual novel about, as you guessed, succubi. But it was suggested before, and I created a vote to see if anybody wanted to like it or anything like that. And long story short, people loved it, and I kept the series going for a long time. However, it dawned on me that there was a bit of a conflict within some communities, and not for unnecessary reasons, because from what I've seen over the last few years and reflecting on them, I can kind of see why there was some particular issues regarding it. Now, this is kind of on the behalf of the people that I'm going to bring up. Please bear in mind that this is not their fault. This is just very clear that this is something that will be kind of represented as something that is clearly not. But we already know how YouTube is, and judging by what they did to my frustration compilation for 600 subs, yeah, I'm not surprised that I was warned about that at that point. So, anyway, let's just dive on in. So, the first warning I got was from one of the few people that I respected, and it was Flash Rabbit. And long story short, he was a family-friendly channel, more or less than other. And I respected him for that, so I didn't really question anything that he did. So I understood from his perspective that I needed to put like serious warnings, because he had children that was still on the Discord server, literally watching videos from the other side. So of course I didn't question it, because again, he's a family-friendly channel. I didn't give a shit about it. I moved on with my life. Then fast forward a couple years later, and I get a warning from Iotis about this. In case you guys don't know who Iotis is, she's one of the few streamers that I know that was more of a Minecrafter than anything else. She's moved to other games now, but she's basically gave me a warning recently about how Sakura Succubus may represent and really can go against the rules on Discord specifically. Now, if you can tell, this was basically a Discord problem, and rightfully so, because again, regulations on communities and how they would bring in non-safe for work stuff. It works for some communities, it doesn't work for a lot of communities. Completely understandable. So I already knew the basis of that. With her, I thought it was clear that, again, the material that I was posting was safe for work. The PlayStation version I had was the safe for work version, for the most part. And surprisingly, it was the safe for work version. It's just the way it was represented is very, very clear that it was going to be misleaded, or at least misrepresented as non-safe for work. So it was very clear that I had to like stop posting there. And then there was the very big event that kind of caused the reason, and my really, really, really tough decision on this. Now, as you guys know, I am a content creator for this team called Team Talus. They are really, really good people, and I respect their decisions on certain things. And a lot of times it was mostly just at the, I would say the beginning of That probably was at the beginning of 2024. Yeah, it was. I joined at the beginning of 2024 at first, but I got released due to, surprise, surprise, non-safe for work on my channel because, of course, of the visual novel. Remember how I said that people have strict rules, and within that, there was the non-safe for work people that, again, they don't want to be in their community. There's some discords that want it. There's some discords that don't. These particular servers go hand in hand. So of course, I had to be very vigilant about it. Now, with this, it was very clear that it wasn't just about the Discord. They didn't want non-safe for work on their stuff, period. And I can't blame them. I mean, I said this earlier about it, is that they really, really take the non-safe for work stuff on their team very seriously. So of course, when they saw my series of Sakura Succubus, they didn't. A lot of them didn't really question it, except for one person. I'm gonna be 100% honest. The man was totally in the right for this because I said this earlier. Like, this particular series did cause me a lot of cause me to get in trouble. And then here's the interesting part. Before all this happened, that very 600 sub video that I told y'all about, that frustration compilation, literally got age restricted the second it got released. That should tell you that YouTube was very, 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 very serious about that whole thing. So, as a result, this series is pretty much going to be on the discontinuation as of this very moment. I'm not going to continue the series because I know for a fact that it's going to get me in trouble in the future, and there's a lot of proof that proved that. So, as much as it pains me to say this, the series has come to an end. And for those of y'all who stuck with me since those days, I really am happy that you guys have done that, and I'm truly sorry that I have to discontinue the series. Please understand that this is not coming from a attacking standpoint, and for the love of God, do not attack the people that I brought up until this point, because they have every right to literally talk about the fact that there was not about the non-safe for work stuff. They have complete and justified reasons to do that. Please do not come after them. Anyways, it's been Zed, guys. Later.